Hey, what is up everybody, it's iVolt and welcome to a discussion video. Now I haven't done one of these videos in quite some time just because basically everybody's been doing these discussion videos and because it's so easy to get the same ideas because we're all watching the same show and some things would just give us the same ideas. I did want to upload a video on the same topic as somebody else because it might seem like I'm quote copying them, because there's always that one person that's like, oh my god, you're copying them. Kind of similar to how when PewDiePie back in the day did like a video on Let's Play Craft Fear or something, and then somebody else did it, and then they'd comment on the video like, you're copying PewDiePie, please stop that, when that obviously wouldn't be the case because they're just playing the game. Anyways, enough about that, but as you can tell from the title of this video, we're talking about Frieza and just what this crazy man is up to, because he's been in hell for years. He even got resurrected, got himself a new form, messed that up, and got himself killed. So ever since he got killed, he was in hell, just thinking of ways to just kill Goku, just to brutally murder the man. He was there. And he learned to control his stamina, to control his power now. So this Frieza is way more powerful than before, because as you already saw, he managed to take Goku out with just one punch. He basically, although Goku did the same, okay, Goku punched him and knocked him out as well, but Frieza punched him out of his Super Saiyan Blue form, which is interesting, even though Goku has Kaioken, which you can use to definitely overpower Frieza, let's just say. But Frieza does have tremendous potential. Anyways, as you already saw in the latest Dragon Ball Super episode, Frieza had one of those shots where he's thinking to himself and he's just like, this is the perfect chance to manipulate even the gods, and then he's like, you won't be doing as you please forever, Beerus. And as we already know, Beerus told Frieza to destroy Planet Vegeta. I mean, Frieza was probably gonna do it anyways, but Beerus was gave him a huge nudge to do that. So if he wants to start things with Beerus, he can just go to Vegeta and be like, oh, by the way, did you know that, I didn't do this of my own accord, it was actually Beerus that pushed me to destroy your homeworld? And Vegeta might have two reactions. One reaction might be that he doesn't really care, since, that doesn't really matter to him anymore, because, now he's a completely different character. Or he might react in a very angry way towards Beerus, because those were his people, okay? Those are the people that he was supposed to rule. He was supposed to be the king of those Saiyans eventually. He still refers to himself as the prince out of respect for his father. But we might, this is one way to cause a clash, between Beerus and, Goku and Vegeta. That's one way to disturb some kind of balance, because they might, try and defeat Beerus and things might go a different way. But the main thing that I can see Golden Frieza doing, I can see him at the tournament start something, how do I put it, he could turn all the gods against each other, of course, or he might be curious as to why there's two Omni Kings, two kings of everything, because there should only be one in every timeline. That's just the way it is, because those timelines branched off. And Goku brought the Zeno from the future timeline that is now non-existent, he brought him into this timeline. So, can you imagine if Frieza does something, okay? He does something and he turns one Zeno against the other. Can you imagine what would happen? This would put everybody in danger. Everything could be wiped out. Because you guys saw what happens when Beerus and Champa fought. Everything started to be destroyed. It was like a Hakai just going everywhere because of their energy. So what happens if two Zeno go against each other? What if they both try to raise each other? What would that do? Would that cancel each other out, or would that destroy everything? Where could they go? What could the characters do? What could the Grand Priest do? Because, he's just the Grand Priest. I don't think he's stronger than Zeno, or two of them, because they're the creators of everything. They've created everything. And also we've seen Frieza try and manipulate the God of Destruction of Universe 9, Sidra, into joining his team. And if Beerus didn't get there in time, Goku would have been erased by the Hakai, he would have been wiped out, and you know, Frieza would have been on Universe 9's team. They would have found like a loophole or something for him to get there, which is interesting. But we both know, we all know, you guys know as well as I, that Frieza is no team player. He will not work with anybody. And in like scans for the future episodes, it's already been stated in those that Frieza does not seem like a good team player at all. He's going to be doing his own thing, which could jeopardize Universe 7. Okay? It's just interesting to just think about this kind of topic, because Frieza is such a wild card. We saw him go from this ruthless emperor that was really tyrannical and had others do his work for him, and now we're seeing this man so blind for revenge. He just wants to kill the One Saiyan, he wants to kill Son Goku. But now, a new world has been opened up to this character, okay? He knew that Beerus existed, but I doubt that he knew that there were so many universes out there that, you know, that had their own balance and such. And since Frieza's already dead and has been dead, I really doubt that he cares if everything gets wiped out. Because if, you know, if he's gonna go, he might as well take everybody out with him. That's the kind of character that Frieza is. If he's gonna get taken out, then he's gonna take everybody else down with him. So if everything's about to be destroyed anyways, and if he's gonna go back to hell, you know, he might as well just like get everybody to be destroyed. Or he might have his own plans to maybe attain more power, because I don't know how much of a likely scenario this is. This is just me, you know, talking at the top of my head. You know, this is a discussion video about Frieza and what his true endgame would be, okay? So don't like think what I'm saying is going to come true or anything, but it could be a possibility. We've already seen the Kai of Universe 9, you know, be complaining about Sidra not being a good enough god of destruction, and Frieza would definitely fit those shoes, you know, quite well. However, Frieza wouldn't really just like go around and really maintain a balance. He'd kind of wanna, I guess, enslave everybody and just rule over everything. And that's not what a true god of destruction would do, because they have to balance it. They have to destroy worlds and have new ones be created. They, you know, the Kais and the gods work in that way. They maintain balance. So if, you know, there's too many planets being created and not enough destruction, that kind of throws off the balance of the universe. So, you know, you've got to have that balance of destruction and creation. You've got to balance that on like two scales. That has to stay balanced. You can't have too much destruction and not enough creation, or too much creation and not enough destruction. So personally, I don't think Frieza is going to get the position of a god of destruction. He might, you know, we might see some more character development for this character. But I don't know, it's also likely that he might get wiped out by Beerus or somebody else along the lines because of him stepping out of, you know, line. Then again, he's a very good manipulator, so he's definitely going to be... This arc is definitely going to have to do with Frieza now that he's here. Because he is that wildcard, like I said before, that makes everything uncertain. Despite having to survive in, you know, the tournament, you know, your teammates have to survive, you know, as many of them have to stay on the stage, but you also have to deal with Frieza, who's going to be there to backstab you, to manipulate gods, to, you know, basically step out of line. Frieza is going to be doing so many things that are going to be very questionable to the gods, maybe even amusing, because Frieza has scared a god of destruction, because they were like, don't you have anybody left there that you care about? And he just grins in an evil way and he's like, no, I don't. So Frieza is true evil. He is chaotic. He doesn't really have anything that he cares about, that he has ties to. He has nothing that you can use really against him. I don't think he'd even care about his universe. He wants to preserve himself. He cares about himself. That's all he wants. He wants to have immortality. He wants to be immortal. He wants to rule over everything. So we'll just have to see what Frieza does. He's definitely gonna cause some sort of, I guess, he's gonna try and manipulate the gods. Now I don't know if he's gonna manipulate them to his own advantage, or if he's gonna manipulate them in a way where he gets them all to fight against each other and kind of stuff like that. Because I can totally see him finding out who the Omni King is, and then through subtle ways get them to, I guess, hate each other, because up till this point, you know, they've been doing the same thing. They've both been agreeing because they are the same person. But we have to remember that this one Zeno is from, I guess, a further time in the future, you know, even though they've been alive for forever, but he's still a bit older nonetheless. So that might come into play. That might come into play with all this. Now, I don't want to drag this video on for way too long. It's already past like 10 minutes, approaching 11 minutes. So I just want to leave you guys with a question. What do you think Frieza's gonna do to manipulate the gods? Do you think he's gonna start with Beerus? Or do you think that he's gonna maybe start manipulating some angels, or even get Zeno, the both of the Omni Kings, to argue amongst each other and turn on each other? Do you guys think that's a possibility? Let me know in the comment section below. If you're new to my channel and you enjoy this kinds of videos, then, you know, subscribe and leave a rating below, as it helps out my channel. As you already know, the ad boycott is a thing which can hinder content creators, you know, amongst like every single type of content that they make. So any support that we do get in these times is incredibly appreciated and very, very welcome. So I'm going to leave you guys with this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody, and peace.